Over the last 30 years, we've seen God do some incredible things through His church, Canyon Ridge. And through it all, He's entrusted us in each season with resources, with opportunities, and with people. It began in a high school. It moved across our city and landed at this corner of Lone Mountain and Jones, where every single time I walk around our campus, I'm just honestly in awe of the tenacity and the stewardship, the generosity and the sacrifice of so many people who had the foresight to put this place here, that we get to walk among and do the things that we get to do as a church. And now, it's our season.
We piled in to our Golden Dream, 77 Bonneville, with 3 kids, 10, 6, and 2, goldfish in a jar and a cat in a crate, and we took off across country. Books in the car, all about Nevada.
Coming from Ohio,
Coming
going
from
to Nevada,
Ohio,
yeah.
across country.
When we moved out here to help plant Canyon Ridge and be part of that team, there was a hope that we would reach people. And then, as we got started, we saw fruit. And the fruit of changed lives and how changed lives change lives. That was the ripple effect of God at work, was very fulfilling, very meaningful.
I feel like the constant has always been God's faithfulness, because He's allowed us to be a part of this journey. Hi, my name is Christy, and my husband and I and my family have been a part of Canyon Ridge since day one. We were young, married, we had Ashlea. My hopes with raising my kids in the church, and specifically Canyon Ridge, were that they would foremost feel that real, authentic, true love of God. And I feel like my husband and I experienced that and got involved in serving in small groups. And so I think that just filtered down. I think we led by example in those early years with our kids.
I can remember sitting in the back and eating a box of donuts while my parents were helping set up and get ready. I remember running around, and now as a mom myself of 2 young boys, and my own kids are the ones running around and experiencing this place, experiencing joy in this place. And there was never a moment where I didn't feel championed by someone older than me or someone that has gone ahead of me. Growing up as a middle and high school student, I always had leaders that were pouring into me and showing up for me, and Canyon Ridge has always just been a place where I've experienced generosity as well in growing up, and provide a space for me as a kid, as an adult, to feel like I am valued and that I have something like to contribute to this church and to God's kingdom.
And as I think about a community impact, that people could find solace here, find hope here, and find healing here.
But also, I think we've added this next layer to it of take the gospel where you go, take it to your places, take Jesus into your workplaces, into your neighborhoods, into your relationships. You don't have to wait to invite people just to come here. That's when real impact is multiplied across a city. And it's awesome to see that happening now.
One of our sweetest memories of the history of Canyon Ridge was when Canyon Ridge was barely a year old, and our daughter was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And Mike Bro got up and he announced that night that we were going to be leaving, and that we, would possibly need some help, and if people wanted to give, that he would be coming to see us. And so he had this envelope, and when he got there, he handed us this envelope that was the exact amount of money that we needed for our deductible. It was so precious.
Yeah, I think that incident really early on, from the first inception of Canyon Ridge, kind of spoke to Canyon Ridge and its heart and its compassion and being a family type church, for them to be that involved with here's a rising need, and how the body came together to support a family that's in need. And in this new season of continuing to focus on generosity, to really think of the lives that are being changed here locally and across the world. And so generosity is no small thing. It changes the lives of people.
I think the part of generosity that sometimes we don't understand is you may not see it today, but you might see it later on down the line, or you may see it in someone else, or you may see it through something else. We're going where God leads.
And we're going together.
As a family pastor, I've been able to see firsthand of what God is up to in the lives of the next generation. Kids, students, and families of all walks of life. Kids are learning to follow and love Jesus with bold faith, becoming storytellers of who God is. Students are stepping up, leading, baptizing, serving, making disciple makers. Families are growing healthy and strong, walking in purpose, and saying yes to Jesus one step at a time. We are sparking to make generations of disciple makers.
Canyon Ridge is more than just a church building. It's a connecting point for real relationships and a launching pad for disciple makers ready to carry the hope of Jesus to Las Vegas and beyond for generations to come. As our church grows, so do the needs. Growth means more space, more ministry, and more opportunities to reach people. But that can bring tension, a polarity between building structures and making disciple makers. How do we hold both? Well, here's how we think differently. This isn't just about raising funds, it's about raising up a more generous people.
We believe generosity is part of disciple making. We see it modeled in the early church across the book of Acts, but especially in Acts 2. People transformed by Jesus that freely gave to meet needs and expand the mission. So what does that look like here and now? First, we keep going. Together, we're taking the hope of the gospel to Las Vegas and beyond. To continue doing that well, we need to continue our current giving patterns, which means for the next 2 years, $17,250,000 allows us to fund ministry as it has been. To go further, we got to do more. After years at the edge of our campus capacity, it's time to expand and refresh. An additional $10 million over the next 2 years will allow for key campus updates like renovated kids building and a brand new student and multi-purpose building that can equip disciple makers for generations. The kids building will be remodeled to be a sustainably safe and welcoming environment for families. Plus, a new building will be added for students and other ministry efforts. With this combined goal of $27,250,000 over the next 2 years, going further will ask more of us than before. And we're expectant for how God will move and meet us in every step. How is God inviting us to trust Him as we grow in this next season? We live in the legacy of so many faithful, sacrificial, generous, and resilient people before us. We literally walk in the spaces that represent their contribution. And now we are in a season to think about what kind of legacy we want to leave for generations behind us.
Let's keep going together.
Across generations, let's keep going together.
We are so excited to be going together.
So for the city of Las Vegas and beyond, let's keep going together.
For the sake of the gospel, let's keep going together.
Now is our season, and we are going together.